just two moms. We're expert contributors for FamilyAffaires.com. I'm Christie.
And I'm Debbie.
And today we're actually going to talk about autism and how kids are being diagnosed earlier and earlier. Debbie, I saw that kids are being diagnosed even as young as 6 months, which we thought was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that is incredible.
So Debbie and I went back to the baby books. You know, we all have them, whether they're filled out or not. And mine tend to be pretty filled out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we thought we'd share some things which we thought were kind of early indicators about our kids that we had no idea at the time.
Mm-hmm.
So unfortunately, we're going to maybe have to pull out our reading glasses or hold them pretty far to read them. So
sorry.
Go ahead, Debbie.
That's what it is.
You can see what you got here.
Yeah. For a child who has autism, and he spoke his first word at 8 months old.
Wow.
He said the word bird. He saw a bird flying. He asked me what it was, and I said it was a bird, and he said bird. I didn't think anything could be different there, but there were so many things that we were seeing that I told stories about him at different points that are red flags in my eyes and your eyes.
Yeah.
So let me share one. One was at 1 year and 6 months. Your love of music has become so important to you. At this point, you learned how to tap out the notes to your favorite songs from Les Mis, Look Down, Master of the House, Castle on a Cloud, completely. The radio in your room is a classical station. Your choice, not mine. Every time you're in your room, you turn it on and off and sing and dance to the music. So for us, music was a soothing thing.
Right.
We always had all different kinds of music on. And I didn't think anything of it from 11 months on. Till obviously 1 year and 6 months, he was still into Les Mis. He was into Les Mis until he was probably about 4 or 5. Again, every day, several times a day, forwards and backwards.
Right.
He knew that music. It was constant, and it was a necessary part of his life. So I didn't think anything was different about that until I spoke to other parents.
Right, at 1.5 years, that's
a big deal.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. All right, let me see what's going on here. When Eric was very little, actually, let's see what it says. At 6 weeks, you nursed 9 times a day. You never took a bottle, and you didn't understand how to use a sippy cup until you were 9.5 months old. So Eric was with me constantly, never apart from me. Nobody else could feed him because it was just me. He wouldn't take a bottle. He didn't like the feeling, I guess, of that. The sippy cup, he couldn't master that. And you know what? I think that is a sensory issue.
Oh, absolutely. That's the muscles.
And it's also an OT issue or speech issue. He was unable to figure out how to get his mouth to work to use that sippy cup, which was so easy for so many kids. I couldn't understand why my kid was attached to me literally all the time. So that was way difficult. What else do you have, Debbie?
I was going to say the reverse for me is my son wouldn't nurse, period. You know, I tried for 11 days with a La Leche person and was not successful. So that was, something I had to get through because obviously we new moms want to do what we can for our kids.
Absolutely.
It was really hard for me, but I soon learned if he could take from a bottle, that was the best way for him to get nourishment.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
My second story, at 2 years old, you and I were at your grandmother's house. We ate dinner. After dinner, you were going to get a bath in her tub. So I got your PJs together with a diaper, the usual. I had the water all ready in the tub, but I went to get a plastic cup in the kitchen so that I could get your hair dry, with the shampoo. I told you to, quote, meet me in the bathroom. I walked back to find you already there. You were confused, sitting in the tub, wearing your beige pants and striped shirt, soaking wet, and I laughed so hard with your grandmother. So those are literal definitions.
Absolutely. Meet me in the bathroom.
I never thought that would be something he would take totally to heart and took those words, and he followed through with my command, but in a different way.
Absolutely.
And it's funny now, but life was very literal for us back then.
Yeah, very, very funny.
Yeah.
That's very funny. Let me see what else I have. Okay. At 2 years old, you developed a preference for one tape over and over again. Over and over again. And you will throw a hissy fit until I change the tape to the side that you want. So again, we talked before about your son not liking things on random or shuffle. Yeah, definitely. Eric definitely preferred things to be the same all the time. And here we go too. At 2, you had a preference for reading the same books over and over again. I sense a trend, Debbie.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until ages, 2 years and 3 months that you watch TV or a video. So my son would not watch a video or TV at all for anything, which meant that he was with me 24/7.
All the time.
No break, and would not be distracted by anything. So these baby books,
Yeah, they're very telling.
they tell us a lot. So you might want to take a look at your baby book, or talk to other people, grandparents, or a spouse, about what was going on when your kid was little, and you'd be surprised what signs might have been there.
Yeah.